Greetings to all melanated people all around the world. It's really a joy. It's a blessing. It's an honor to be out here in nature and greeting you, bringing a message of emancipation to you, a message that would set you free if you would only believe and understand that the Bible addresses the human mind and must be interpreted psychologically, that the Bible is not literal, neither is it secular history. Thus the reason why I want to speak to you concerning my return to Zion, because many people believe that Zion is some place outside of themselves. Many people believe that the city of David is some place outside of themselves. Many people believe that the temple of Solomon was some temple that was built thousands of years ago. But everything is within you, and this whole world that you're seeing is not actually existing outside, but it's existing within, and you are beholding an outer projection of what is within you. Now, there are many people who are teaching about the pineal gland, and I had no prior knowledge about these things before, and I'm not going to say what they're saying is not the truth, but I would say that I would have had the experience, and when I had the experience, I come to realize that it was my return to Zion, where I return back to the source, where I come to know exactly who I am and understand my divinity. Okay, so I can say I've finished the course and I've kept the faith, and I was able to have this experience because from a little boy, my ambition in life was to know who am I and who God is, and so I set out to discover who am I, and I went to church seeking, because when I look around society, that's what everybody was doing. So I decided I'm going to go to church and I'm going to look for this God while I'm looking for myself. And I want to say to you, when I discover God, I discover myself. And when I discover myself, I discover God. Okay? And I will never divorce myself from God. And I'm saying God is my own human imagination, which is the creator in man. And that without him, there isn't anything made that was made, and that all things was made by him. And that everything in this world, it was false imagined, it was false thought. And anything else that ever going to be made, it must be false thought, it must be false imagined. Now, I can remember quite vividly that particular night, and it was in the month of June, where I was going through this great vibration that was coming. I guess it was coming from my head, but it seems like the whole room was vibrating, and my whole body was actually vibrating. Okay, but just before that happened, there's a cloud or a light within this cloud. I can close my eye and see it, a kind of bluish kind of light. That kind of energy came down to the base of my spine. At the time I didn't know down to the base of my spine, and it met with another light or cloud down there, a kind of orange goldish color, and they came together. And when they came together, that's when I had my ascension, and I heard the mighty rushing wind. And what happened to me, it was like a lightning. Okay, like it was like a strike of a lightning. Okay, so I realized I was light also. I saw the light and everything happened, right? And to describe it, it's like when, you know, like when they're sending off a rocket in space and you have a countdown, something like that, right? And I ascend like a fiery being and exit my skull in another form. When I exit my skull in another form, I became invisible. And it was after that experience that I realized now that I was sent to you to teach you about the invisible, and understand that I would have fulfilled St. John chapter 3, where they tell you about Nicodemus and the Christ. The Christ is just speaking of one who have become enlightened, the enlightened mind, and the religious mind, and the enlightened mind always correct the religious mind, because they haven't experienced anything. They haven't become one with the source. So we know what we are speaking about, because we have had the experience, we have had the born again experience. That's the reason why I was able to do a lecture called The Secret Vagina, of which I'm going to do a book on it too, where I go more in depth and show you all these things that are in the Bible. That's how I know that the virgin birth is not a birth from down below, and it's a lie. It can happen, it can take place with a man or a woman. That's how I come to understand the return, my return to Zion. That's how I come to even understand a little bit more about the movie, The Matrix. When they returned to Zion, they were rejoicing. They were dancing and prancing. And they love making. When they returned to Zion, Zion is a higher place of consciousness. Zion is a place of self-realization. It's a place of authority. It's a place of royalty. It's a place of dwelling in your Melchizedek position. Understanding you have no beginning of days and no ending of days. No mother, no father. You come into your Christ self. That's what it means to return to Zion. So when you read all in the Bible and talking about the return to Zion and talking about Zion, it's a higher place of consciousness. Even when you read in Acts 2, when you talk about it was in the upper room, it's a higher place of consciousness. And what I've just explained to you concerning the mighty rushing wind and the fire is what is spoken about in Acts chapter 2, where it's the tongues of cloven fire was above the head. And when you talk about speaking in tongues, that's what I'm doing here. I'm speaking in the universal language that anyone could understand who have come into self-realization, because there's only one universal consciousness. Because all is energy, vibration, and frequency. So I was on a certain vibration and certain frequency, and I realized that I'm just a master energy moving at the speed of vibration. Then I understand the law of creation. That's why when you send out your thoughts, it is moving at a certain speed of vibration and frequency. And once it is in alignment with the thing that you want to create, it's going to create it. That's why you have to believe it and keep affirming it. Because as you keep affirming it and believe it, you are creating it all the time. But you're not seeing it being created, but you're creating it all the time, and then you will have the manifestation. That's the reason why you will understand the Genesis story. When you say the earth without form and void, your thoughts is without form and void. And you move, and the spirit move up on the water. The water represents the truth that you believe about yourself. That's why he says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. When you move, action, because emotion is energy in motion. That's why when you're using your imagination, you use some emotion with it. Feel how would you feel? What it true. Add your emotion to it, how you would feel. That's why when you possess the thing now, you don't get happy, but you're already happy already. That's why you don't look for money to make you happy. You don't look for material things to make you happy, because you're already happy before you get them, because you know that they're already yours and they're just yourself pushed out and you bring it back. It reminds me of the movie called Iron Man. Wherever he go, when he activate, the things coming out on him. That's what all of these things are talking about. All of these Marvel heroes. It's you. It's the power in you. And we have that power because of our melanin. So my brother and my sisters, I want to say to you to keep believing in yourself and keep believing in this message, the single eye message of self-realization. And it's going to help you to vibrate, to return to your Zion. You know, I don't have much time left and my battery is going low, so I'm going to make this one short. And I want to now give you thanks for everything and for listening to this message and for sharing the message. I want to encourage you to continue to share the message, because by the end of this year I want to have at least 10K subscribers. So spread the message, share the message, you know, and apply the message in your life, because when you apply the message in your life and the things begin to change in your life and others can see the change, when you tell them what caused the change in your life, then you will be able to get them to put it to work in their life also, you know, because action will always speak louder than words. So my brother and my sisters, with that being said, I want to thank you very much, and I want to thank all those who've been supporting the books. And if you're new to this channel, the link is down below. Also for those who've been supporting and patching, I want to thank you very much. And at this time I want to give you the sign of enlightenment. And this sign is even on the US dollar, because it's the sign of the true seer. It is the sign of a true enlightenment. It's the sign of a self-realized being. It is the sign of the pineal gland that has been awakened. It is the sign of you coming to know exactly who you are and coming to your true divinity. Now I give you this sign and I quote according to Matthew 6:22, where it says, if I be single, your whole body will be full of light. And I'm saying to you, when you have that experience, you will come to realize that it is the rising of the S-U-N in a S-O-N. And you will come to realize also that it is the dawning of a new day in your life. And that is, without the sun, there is no life and there is no light. And without the human imagination, there isn't anything made that was made. And that the sun parallels the human imagination, and the human imagination parallels the sun. And that when the sun arises in you, it is your return to Zion. And we are the people of the sun. Therefore, let us use our mind power to achieve our every desire. So with that being said, I want to say peace, love you, I'm out.